It was an ordinary Tuesday, just a typical Tuesday evening in Austin, Texas. The sun was setting and birds were chirping. Tim, a proud new owner of a Tesla Cybertruck, was heading towards his futuristic vehicle. He smiled, ready for his evening commute. But his smile vanished as he got closer. Much closer. There, on his windshield, was a large spiderweb crack. It radiated out from a point of impact, where someone had thrown something. Hard. This wasn't just vandalism. This was personal. This was a message. And as Tim would soon learn, he wasn't alone. In Portland, a group of masked individuals, claiming to oppose gentrification and tech bro culture, were filmed smashing the windows of a Cybertruck parked outside a vegan cafe. The scene was chaotic, with glass shards scattering across the pavement and the sound of metal being struck echoing through the night. The attackers, dressed in dark clothing and wearing masks, moved swiftly and efficiently, leaving a trail of destruction behind. The Cybertruck, a symbol of modern technology and innovation, stood battered and broken, a stark contrast to the ideals it represented. Irony, it seemed, was lost on them. The act of vandalizing a vehicle outside a vegan cafe, a place often associated with progressive values, highlighted the complex and often contradictory nature of these attacks. Onlookers, some of whom were patrons of the cafe, watched in disbelief, their faces reflecting a mix of confusion and frustration. The juxtaposition of a high-tech vehicle and a socially conscious establishment being targeted together was a bitter pill to swallow for many. In rural Alabama, a Cybertruck was found with a Confederate flag spray-painted across its hood, a stark symbol of the deep-seated divisions in the country. The sight of the flag, a contentious emblem of the past, emblazoned on a futuristic vehicle, was jarring. It served as a reminder of the ongoing cultural and political battles that continue to shape the nation. These weren't isolated incidents, they were happening everywhere. And the common thread? The vehicles, symbols of progress and change, were being used as canvases for messages of division and discord. The victims were almost always perceived as being on one side of the political spectrum. The attacks seemed to be a form of protest, a way for individuals to express their discontent with what they saw as the encroachment of certain ideologies. Political rallies and protests often saw heightened tensions, with vehicles like the Cybertruck becoming unintended symbols in these clashes. The polarization of society was evident, with each side viewing the other with suspicion and hostility. The owners of these futuristic vehicles, these rolling testaments to technological advancement, and some would argue a certain brand of environmentalism, were being targeted for their perceived beliefs. The Cybertruck, with its sleek design and cutting-edge technology, represented more than just a mode of transportation. To some, it was a symbol of a future they either embraced or rejected. Environmental protests, often aimed at promoting sustainability, sometimes found themselves at odds with the very technology that sought to reduce carbon footprints. The irony was palpable, as the lines between progress and tradition, innovation and resistance continued to blur. Discussing the Cybertruck inevitably leads to discussing Elon Musk. The two are inseparable, much like Musk and his other ventures, from SpaceX to Neuralink. Musk's vision for the future is bold, audacious, and often controversial, and the Cybertruck perfectly embodies that vision. The man, the myth, the meme lord. Elon Musk has crafted a persona that transcends the typical boundaries of a tech CEO. He is as much a part of internet culture as he is a part of the tech industry. His tweets can move markets, and his off-the-cuff remarks can spark global debates. He is a polarizing figure, to say the least. Some see him as a visionary, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Others view him as reckless, a billionaire playing with the future of humanity. This dichotomy is reflected in the public's reaction to his projects, especially the Cybertruck. His outspoken nature, his forays into controversial topics, and his undeniable influence on technology and culture have made him both a hero and a villain, depending on who you ask. Musk's ability to stir the pot is unparalleled, and this has only amplified the attention on the Cybertruck. And the Cybertruck, with its radical design and association with Musk's brand of futurism, has become an extension of that polarization. Its angular stainless steel body is unlike anything else on the road, and it has sparked both admiration and ridicule. It's a symbol, for better or worse, of wealth, technological disruption, and a certain set of political leanings. The Cybertruck is not just a vehicle, it's a statement. It represents a break from tradition, a leap into a future that is as uncertain as it is exciting. Whether fair or not, the Cybertruck has become a lightning rod for the anger, frustration, and anxieties of a deeply divided nation. It has been vandalized, protested, and celebrated, all in equal measure. The Cybertruck, much like its creator, is a testament to the power of innovation and the controversy it can stir. As we look to the future, the Cybertruck stands as a beacon of what could be. It challenges our perceptions of what a vehicle should be and forces us to confront our own biases and expectations. In many ways, it is a microcosm of the broader debates happening in society today. Love it or hate it, the Cybertruck is here to stay. It is a bold statement from a bold individual, and it will continue to be a topic of discussion for years to come. As we navigate the complexities of the modern world, the Cybertruck and Elon Musk will undoubtedly remain at the forefront of the conversation. For Cybertruck owners, the thrill of driving a vehicle that seems to have come straight out of a sci-fi film is now overshadowed by a persistent underlying worry. They park carefully, always choosing well-lit spots. They spend on high-end security systems, aiming to ward off potential vandals. Some even refrain from driving their trucks at night or in specific areas. The fear is tangible. The liberty that comes with owning a vehicle, the ability to travel anywhere at any time, is now limited by the very real risk of being targeted. Section 5. The long arm of the law feels short. Law enforcement agencies nationwide are finding it hard to keep pace. The high number of incidents, combined with the challenge of identifying masked perpetrators operating under the cover of night, makes these crimes tough to crack. Vandalism is often classified as a property crime rather than a hate crime, complicating efforts to prosecute offenders to the fullest extent. This leaves many Cybertruck owners feeling disheartened and let down by the very system meant to protect them. Section 6. United by Steel. The Cybertruck community fights back. In response to the challenges, the Cybertruck community has rallied together. Online forums are filled with tips on security, shared experiences of vandalism, and supportive messages. Owners are organizing meetups, driving in convoys, and even offering rewards for information leading to the capture of vandals. There's a strong sense of unity, of shared experience, and of standing firm against intimidation. They are resolute in reclaiming their vehicles, their freedom, and their right to drive without fear of being targeted for their perceived beliefs. Section 7. A nation divided. Can we heal the Cybertruck divide? The Cybertruck, initially a symbol of cutting-edge technology and a futuristic vision, has unexpectedly become a reflection of the deep divisions within American society. When it was first introduced, it heralded a new era of innovation with its bold design and advanced features. However, over time, it has evolved into more than just a vehicle. It has become a symbol of the cultural and ideological rifts that permeate our nation. This serves as a stark reminder that in our increasingly polarized world, even a vehicle can become a target. The Cybertruck has been vandalized, protested against, and used as a canvas for aggressive graffiti. These acts are not merely about the vehicle itself, but what it represents to different groups. For some, it is a beacon of progress and innovation. For others, it symbolizes excess and a disconnect from traditional values. The pressing question now is, can we move beyond this? Can we find common ground in a world that seems increasingly divided? The Cybertruck divide is just one example of the many fractures in our society. It raises important questions about how we can come together despite our differences. Can we bridge the divides that have brought us to this point? Can we create spaces where people from different backgrounds and viewpoints can come together for meaningful conversations? The challenge extends beyond the Cybertruck. It's about how we engage with each other on a broader scale. It's about finding ways to connect and understand one another, even when we disagree. Can we learn to disagree respectfully, engage in civil discourse, and see the humanity in those who hold different views? This is one of the most pressing issues of our time. The ability to have respectful disagreements and recognize the humanity in others is crucial for the health of our society. It requires empathy, patience, and a willingness to listen. The answer, unfortunately, is far from clear. The path to healing these divides is complex and fraught with challenges. It will require effort from all of us, a commitment to understanding, and a dedication to finding common ground. Only time will tell if we can rise to the occasion and heal the Cybertruck divide, and by extension, the many other divides that exist in our society. Section 8. What do you think? This conversation goes beyond trucks. It's about us, our identity, our boundaries, the kind of future we aspire to create. So, share your thoughts with us. Is the Cybertruck a beacon of innovation or a source of conflict? Can we find common ground, or are we bound to stay divided? Drop your comments below and let us know.